we're dealing with a leadership crisis. And I think that there's a lot of people that say that, but they don't really know what that crisis is. So, Scott, why don't you take a shot at it? And maybe if you could boil it down to one sentence, what is the leadership crisis?
I think it boils down to the fact that we are trying to do too much as individuals, and we have extraordinary expectations on the individual. And as you led off with your introduction, leadership is making a dramatic and important and necessary shift to the relational.
So, too much individual needs to more relational. Dana, why do you think we've reached that point?
I think we've reached that point because of the situation that you outlined in your introduction. When you talk about these grand challenges, you said, right? So think about geopolitical climate, economic uncertainty, climate change. None of these situations, healthcare, are dependent upon what any one individual knows. So when we think about the healthcare crisis, for example, in the United States, it's not going to be solved by the doctors. It's not going to be solved by the politicians. It's not going to be solved by the healthcare providers. And it's not going to be solved alone by management scholars and entrepreneurs who are coming up with new and innovative approaches, right? And we've historically, this individual approach prioritizes one person's knowledge over the other. And to solve these kinds of problems today, we can't depend on any one individual's knowledge. All of those folks have to come together to work together to appreciate what each one is bringing to the table to solve these kinds of problems. So I think the ramp up of the complexity of problems, the multi or interdisciplinary nature of problem solving today is really pushing forward this idea of leadership being relationally oriented and not individually based.